How to Step Beyond Your Cognitive Boundaries. Author, Xuefeng. Cognitive boundaries are like walls that both protect and restrict us. If you are comfortable and content in life, there is no need to step outside your cognitive boundaries. Living within your walls until the end is a fine way of life. However, if you feel suffocated, oppressed, and miserable within these walls, it's time to break them down and step outside. Stepping outside your cognitive boundaries first requires admitting you were wrong. If you believe you are always right, you will never escape your walls. Much of the world's suffering is caused by those who insist they are right. Those who suffer are often those who are convinced of their correctness. Thus, when you think you are right, you are actually wrong because you've created cognitive boundaries and built your own prison. For example, for thousands of years, the common people in China have hoped for a wise ruler to rescue them, and now they await the Eastern sage for salvation. This expectation is a cognitive boundary. Without breaking this boundary, they will remain imprisoned, always hoping for a savior rather than seeking legal and systematic solutions. Change the country or migrate. This breakthrough in Indian cognitive boundaries has led to 32 million Indians renouncing their nationality to become citizens of other countries. How are these overseas Indians living? The current British Prime Minister, Rishi Sunak, is of Indian descent. In the United States, many executives in major tech companies like Microsoft and Google are of Indian descent. In 1993, I found that nearly half of the stores in various cities in Zimbabwe were owned by Indians. Visiting South Africa, Mozambique, Angola, Ethiopia, Botswana, Tanzania, and other places, I also found many Indians engaged in commerce. In 2016, visiting the Pacific island nations of Fiji and Vanuatu, I discovered many stores owned by Indians. In 2017, in Canada, I stayed in several hotels in different cities and found almost all were managed by Indians. Even the Walmart supervisor and most employees were Indian, as was the case at the gas station next door. If these Indians had never stepped beyond their cognitive boundaries and stayed in India, they would not have achieved such success. Breaking these boundaries brought them opportunities, wealth, and a vast new world for themselves and their descendants. In our understanding, relatives are those with whom we share blood relations. If we only see a few people as our relatives for our entire life, our scope and realm of life become limited. But if we break this boundary and consider anyone close to us as family, regardless of geography or race, status, or identity, we would find we have many more relatives. Having many relatives broadens our horizons and expands the scope of our activities. Some strangers have become like family to me, and they have been more helpful and practical than my own children. The idea of finding a job after graduating versus starting a business after graduating represents two distinct cognitive boundaries. If parents only hope for their children to find good jobs after graduation, the focus of their children's education will revolve around job seeking. If parents encourage entrepreneurship, their children's education will focus on starting businesses. Entrepreneurs value practical skills, whereas job seekers value formality. Over time, this leads to significant differences in life experiences and quality. Nothing can be done without money is a cognitive boundary for some. With this mindset, their entire life revolves around money, often leading to a sense of vulgarity and narrow-mindedness, overlooking the grace of emotions, reason, law, spirituality, and other aspects. In fact, everyone lives within their own cognitive boundaries. For instance, some believe that death is the end of existence, and with this belief, they will never find the gates to heaven. It's hard to understand why some choose suicide, but in their view, they see no reason or opportunity to continue living. They are utterly despondent and see no way out. If they could step beyond their cognitive boundaries at such a critical moment, they might realize, heck, life has so much more to offer. Stepping beyond your cognitive boundaries opens up a vast world. July 13, 2023. ChatGPT can make mistakes. Consider checking important information.